Hi and welcome to my presentation. Today I am going to be presenting on San Miguel, El Salvador, and I will be focusing on El Carnaval de San Miguel. Two significant events that impacted the food culture in El Salvador were the Spanish conquest in the 16th century and the Salvadorian Civil War. The food culture in El Salvador was heavily influenced by the Spanish conquest in the 16th century, which introduced new vegetables and crops to Salvadorians. The Salvadorian Civil War affected the displacement and economy of Salvadorians, and due to the economic hardship, indigenous people relied on basic ingredients that were available to them. This is where pupusas became a popular meal which contained basic ingredients and vegetables, and they're delicious as well. I chose this country because I am half Salvadorian, but I was not raised with that side of my family, so I'm not in touch with the Salvadorian culture. I have tried pupusas and fried yuca snacks before, but I wanted to learn more about the culture. The two images I have here are photos of the Chaparastique volcano in El San Miguel, El Salvador. This volcano has had an enormous impact on the production of coffee in El Salvador. We know that volcano ash can be damaging to plants, animals, and human life as well, but it has also helped the regrowth of coffee plants. It is said that moderate amounts of ash can enrich soil with nutrients for crops to grow. The Chaparastique-rich volcanic soil has helped the coffee plants grow. The name Bean of Fire is a coffee brand launched by El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele in July 2024. The president wanted to support local businesses and expand their coffee production that is unique to their country. Along with the sugarcane production, which has also originated in El Salvador, it has made local coffee shops have a uniqueness in flavors and culture. This has also helped them be successful not only in their country of origin, but when it comes to exporting to other countries like the US. Climate change and labor immigration has had a large impact on the production and distribution of coffee. Its rising temperatures has led to the shrinkage of growing areas, and it has also led to increased pest and disease outbreaks, which all in all has affected the labor production of coffee because of course someone has to take care of the coffee plants and also harvest them. Some other crops that originate in El Salvador is sugarcane and corn. So what is celebrated at El Carnaval de San Miguel? El Carnaval de San Miguel is celebrated to honor the Virgin of Peace, the patron saint of the city of San Miguel. This festival is celebrated before the first day of Lent, and Salvadorians celebrate it on the last Saturday of November every year since 1965. They celebrate with live music, dancing, food traditional to their country, which I will talk about in the next slide. In this tradition, they have queens in each float dancing while other people are dressed in wild costumes, strolling through the streets. Each float has a candidate, La Reina, the queen of the carnival. 33 girls are selected to become queens, and at the end, one of them is selected as the finalist queen. The final queen of El Carnaval is chosen to represent the entire Barrio Concepcion. Tosto postes are one of the many Salvadorian snacks that are sold in El Carnaval. The history behind them is that they are deeply rooted in Mesoamerican culture, where corn is a staple food. The word toto means small and poste means tortilla. So it's like a small corn cookie, like a hard cookie that is traditional to Salvadorians. Another snack are papas fritas. These are not your typical French fries. Salvadorians make what they call traditional potatoes served with ketchup, mayonnaise, and cheese. They also sell plantain chips with chile, which I have tried before. They sell them at the store, and they are so good and they are so much more healthy than hot Cheetos. Another snack they sell is yuca con chicharrón. It can either be boiled or fried. It's topped with pork and served with the same curtido that is used for pupusas. Another typical snack is torrijas, which is translated to French toast. Torrijas are considered a struggle meal. They are cheap and easy to make, and besides their simplicity in ingredients and preparation, they can be a yummy snack. Pupusas have become the national dish of El Salvador. Pupusas originated with the indigenous Pipil tribe over 2,000 years ago. They're basically a griddle cake stuffed with cheese, chicharrón, beans, or squash, topped with a fermented cabbage mixture. The preparation is really easy. You start by mixing flour and water to make the tortilla. Then you fill the tortilla with either cheese or make a revolted pupusa, which is a mixture of beans, chicharrón, and cheese. Then you place some butter on a flat pan and you fry them. Lastly, they are served with the curtido, which is pickled cabbage relish and a tomato salsa. Pupusas are meant to be eaten by hand. I personally like eating them with a fork, but the traditional way of eating pupusas is by hand. A fun fact that I didn't know before is that it is believed to be sinful to cut the pupusas with a knife. I wasn't aware of this because even though I'm Salvadorian, I wasn't raised with the Salvadorian side, so it wasn't part of my knowledge. Besides pupusas, some other traditional dishes are panes rellenos, carne guisada, tamales de lote, and pollo encebollado. Panes rellenos, which we see on the left side, is typically a chicken sandwich which is served with lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumber. In the middle left, we see a photo of carne guisada, which is a beef stew with veggies, tomato sauce, and spices. On the middle right side, we have a tamal de lote, which they are so yummy, but my grandma said that to make those tamales, people really have to know how to make them because they're not as easy as making just regular carne tamales or like the chiles with queso tamales. And lastly, we have on the right side, we have the pollo encebollado, which is chicken and onion sauce, and it's typically served with a side of rice. The main reason why this event takes place is in honor of La Reina del Paz, which was given that name during 1682. It is said that there was a war among its inhabitants of the region, and one day a box was found on the shore of Mar del Sur, El Salvador. No one was able to open the box, so they decided to tie the box to a donkey and left to take it to the authorities. Before they got there, though, it is said that the donkey stopped and laid on the ground of a parish church, and until then, people were able to open the box. Its inhabitants saw this as a sign of peace and ceased fighting. This is why they named her Our Lady of Peace. It was a historical moment that truly brought peace to the people, and it is celebrated every year in honor of the memory of its arrival in San Miguel. They end the carnival by honoring La Reina del Paz, and it is part of their tradition to take the statue of Mary, La Reina del Paz, out of church and go around the city of San Miguel. It has become a tradition for Salvadorians to ask La Reina del Paz for wishes, but they must make a promise to never break it.